Good morning, all of you. Let us take a look at this question from JEE Advanced 2016. This is a question from Laws of Motion and it was given as a comprehension question. The concept which was introduced in this question is not officially a part of JEE Advanced syllabus. So you could expect such questions in a JEE Advanced which are not in the official syllabus, but he can give you a small write-up about the concept and ask some questions. The concept which was introduced in this question was Coriolis force, as we have already studied regarding centrifugal force which is there in the syllabus. He had added one new concept, that is the Coriolis force. He had given a detailed write-up in the comprehension. I am not putting all that here. I'll just explain you what is happening in the question. So this is a disk which can rotate about this axis, okay, and it has a slot which is passing through its center. You can see here there is a slot here which passes through its center. It is given that this slot is smooth and there is no friction between the block and the disk. He is given that the radius of this disk is r. A small block of mass m is placed in the slot at r/2 at t equals to 0. So there is a small block of mass m which is there here, and it is placed in the slot at a distance r/2 from the center at t equals to 0. The disk rotates with constant angular velocity omega. So the disk rotates about this axis with constant angular velocity omega. It is asked the distance r of the block at time t is dash. So let us have a look what happens. We are placing the block here, and when this disk is rotated, what happens to this block? So you can observe here that as this disk is rotating, the block is moving away from the center. Right? So we need to find what is the distance of this block from the center as a function of time. In the question, he had given us this expression. Let me help you understand each term of this expression. So the first term, F rotational, this is the force acting on the block when we are looking at it from a rotational reference frame. He has mentioned the forces acting on the block plus the fictitious forces or the pseudo force acting on the block when we are looking at it from a rotational frame of reference. Let us have a look at the schematic in the rotational frame of reference. So in this frame, you will see that the disk here is at rest. Okay, so I hope you are able to see here the disk is rotating and we are rotating along with the disk. Let me first help you understand this term F inertial. This F inertial means all the forces acting on the block when we are looking at it from an inertial frame of reference or when we are looking at it from the ground. So first the gravitational force acting on the block mg downwards. Next, this block is in contact with the slot lower surface. So due to that, there is a normal reaction force acting in the upward direction. You would have observed in the schematic that as disk is rotating in this direction, this block is being pushed by this wall of the slot. This is a side wall of the slot. So this block is being pushed in this direction by this side wall of the slot. So this sidewall exerts a normal reaction force N2 on the block in this direction. So I marked it here. It is acting in this direction. Next, let us move forward to understand this force. So omega bar cross r bar. So omega is the angular velocity vector. So angular velocity vector is pointing in this direction. We have marked omega here. R bar is the position vector of this block with respect to the center. So this vector we have marked here. Now using the right hand thumb rule, we can find out omega bar cross r bar. So omega bar cross r bar will give us this vector which is pointing in this direction. So this vector is omega bar cross r bar. Next, omega bar cross r bar cross omega bar, which means this omega bar cross r bar is one vector, the other vector is omega bar, the cross product of these two vectors. Okay, so the cross product of these two vectors, again using the right hand thumb rule, you can find out that its direction is this. Okay, this vector I have represented by omega bar cross r bar cross omega bar. So we can say that this vector points in this direction. Now if we write the magnitude of this vector omega bar cross r bar, we can say these both are at 90 degrees. So the magnitude of this will be omega into r. Okay, and then again this vector cross this vector. So omega bar cross r bar cross omega bar. So again the angle between these two is also 90. So we can say that the magnitude of this is r omega square. The magnitude of this force is mr omega square and it points in this direction. This is also called as your centrifugal force. Coming over to the term in the middle, 2m v rotational bar cross omega bar. So what is this v rotational? This is the velocity of the block when it is seen from the rotational frame of reference. Okay, just recall the video which I have showed you some time back, wherein we were moving with respect to the disk. That means we were rotating with respect to the disk and the block was moving along the slot. So with respect to the non-inertial frame, with respect to the rotating frame, the velocity of the block was in this direction. So that is the v rotational. Now he has given vector v rotational bar cross omega bar. So this is v rotational and this is omega bar. So cross product of these two vectors gives the vector here. So this vector is our v rotational bar cross omega bar. Now coming to the magnitude, as v and omega are perpendicular to each other, the cross product or the magnitude of the cross product will be v into omega. Okay, so this will be v into omega. So 2m into v into omega. So the direction is this and the magnitude of this force is 2m into v into omega. This force here, okay, it is a fictitious force or it is a pseudo force which we write in rotational frame of reference. It is called Coriolis force. Let us now have a look at all the forces acting on the body in rotational reference frame. This includes the forces which are acting and also the pseudo forces. So we are putting all the forces in one diagram. So this is a normal reaction force due to the slot base. Next, this N2 is a normal reaction force due to the side wall of the slot. Then there is gravitational force mg. Next, we discussed in detail the centrifugal force, which is mr omega square, where r is the distance of this block from the center here. The next force is Coriolis force, which is equal to 2m omega into v, where v is the speed of the body in the rotational reference frame. So I hope you all have understood all the forces which are acting on the body in the rotational reference frame, and now we can move on to find out the solution for the question which he is asking.